Hello, my crypto people, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Today, tackling a couple of very important subjects like the Ripple v SEC lawsuit, like Solana and everything that's going on with that. Some very interesting articles about NFTs, even though, guys, I am still not so excited about the majority of them. It's still a pretty big deal for the development of crypto. And then some other juicy, mostly SEC stuff that I think you guys need to hear about that is just interesting as can be. All right, having said that, let's start off with one of the most interesting articles of today, or I should say tweets of today, and it starts by going down the rabbit hole a little bit. So check this out. John Deaton says, I hope Joseph Hall takes me up on my request to come back on Tony's show and have a civil and respectful discussion regarding whether the conflicts and improprieties are legitimate concerns or wild conspiracy theories. This revolves around Ethereum, obviously, and everything in that little ballpark. Are all these speculatory pieces that we put up about ETH being really shady business, are they true or are they crazy? We want some answers on that. Now, Florence said, I would like to see that very much. Would be pretty cool. By the way, it was so cool learning about the 6 months list. What is he referring to? It is a critical piece. And guys, if you are enjoying these daily crypto videos, make sure you press that like button right now. At the end of the day, it doesn't cost you anything. And I'm trying to get to about 800 likes on the majority of my videos. Why? I don't know. I'm just thinking of a number, and 800 looks kind of good. Maybe 700. Putting the bar a little bit lower. So John Deaton says the 6 months list could guarantee rulings by the end of this month. So what are we talking about here? This is critical. Listen properly. What are we talking about? Well, Judge Torres' rulings on motion to strike. This is about the Ripple v SEC lawsuit. The judge's decision on the motion to strike the fairness defense and for the individual motions to dismiss, two of them. I also believe the Judge Nedburn's rulings on the 63 emails and for the Estabrook notes come down any day. So these are the four main points that judges need to make decisions on before the lawsuit can move on. The Estabrook notes are revolving around basically a talk between Brad Garlinghouse and a name I can't think of right now. Estabrook, the lawyer, took notes. We want to see those notes because if in that conversation the SEC thought XP was security, then most likely the notes would showcase that, and it would have given over to the judge, but they didn't, so they most likely don't contain anything positive for the SEC, so we want that. 62 emails regarding William Hinman and how the speech came about, and then the motion to strike the fair notice is basically the SEC saying, we gave you fair notice, so you can't use it as a defense, and the motion to dismiss is Ripple's side, but Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson specifically saying, well, we don't really understand why we as individuals are also involved next to Ripple being sued, so we want out of this. Now, let's move on. Because how it apparently works is this. 2 times per year, federal judges submit a list to Congress of motions pending for 6 months or longer. The next list is due March 31st. If Judge Torres doesn't issue a ruling on the pending motions, she must report those motions for inclusion on the 6-month list. And Jeremy Hogan said, it's the naughty judge list, or the naughty list for judges. And what we are expecting is that because this is supposed to be due March 31st, there's a very high probability that these rulings are going to be made this month. And remember, guys, these are critical for the development of the Ripple v SEC case. And theoretically speaking, right, only in theory, either one of these decisions could make or potentially break the case, but mostly make the case in Ripple's favor. Because any one of these things, if Ripple actually gets through with what they want, they can win off of that, which is really nice. All right, moving on, take a look at what James Fillon just shared over on his Twitter. Elon Musk asks the court to terminate his consent decree, with the SEC saying the SEC is acting in bad faith and using the consent decree to trample on his First Amendment rights and to impose prior restraint on his speech. This is very interesting, and John Deaton had a response to this too from some perspective. So I'm sure there's nothing for Gary Gensler and the SEC to investigate at JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley. Instead, focus on Elon Musk and protecting investors from collecting 4 to 10% yields from crypto. Because at the end of the day, that's also what they're doing. They're saying, no, no DeFi, or at least no, I guess, lending protocols. But in the end of the day, I don't think there's too much negative about it. You can't say you're really protecting investors when these systems are properly regulated if they wanted it to be. So that was after Sawyer Merritt said, Elon Musk asked a judge to end. It's just basically what we read, right? The most funny part about all of this is, of course, the SEC being protective, because last couple of months they really haven't been. Now, that is not 1,000% true. What I've just said to you is part of the story. I believe, and think before you call me stupid right now. Think about this. I think the SEC is not completely corrupt or broken. I think they've just made a couple of mishaps in the crypto space, and potentially there's a couple of conflicts of interest which have kind of gotten to their heads, but they're still a pretty useful agency. And what I mean with that is, here's an article by Watch Your Guru who said, just in, the SEC has charged 2 United States siblings with scamming 12,000 investors out of $124 million. I'm gonna say here, that's good. If the SEC caught these guys, or at least has noticed them and kind of charged them, that's good stuff. And so at the end of the day, they are protecting some investors, even though, albeit very late, if they already scammed $120 million. A little bit late to the party, but I digress. Having said that, it's just that they have like a success ratio of doing good things of like 1 to 10. So it's like they put up 9 stupid things, 1 good thing. It doesn't mean they're completely stupid. It just means they're doing a really bad job at what they're supposed to do. If you're asking me the question, is the SEC properly protecting investors? I'd hands down say no. Are they doing a job to protect some investors? Yeah, I mean, they're trying in some degree. I just think the Ripple... oh, my days. I just think the Ripple case, man. It's such a suicidal mission, sort of. Moving on, though, appreciate the plant real quick, all right? It's only going to be there for a couple more days, so appreciate the plant. Just spoke with Senator Tim Scott. And by the way, before we move on, put down below every detail of your social security number. No, just kidding. Please don't do that. Put down below if you're still excited about XRP, or actually, if you're still excited about crypto. I know in a lot of these times, the SEC is throwing some freaking coal on our foods, or whatever they say in English. It's like throwing root. In Dutch, it's root in het eten. How do you say it in English? I have no idea. Like throwing coal inside your food like that. I still think that crypto is a really exciting space. And these regulations that are coming, they're part of it, you know? You can see it as a bad thing. I don't think so. It's good parts. Now, the only thing comes to taxation, which I think might be bad, but we'll see about that. John Dean said, just spoke with Senator Tim Scott's chief on staff on behalf of 100 South Carolina XP holders. Senator Scott and his staff deserve credit for taking the time to listen to our concerns and our requests. And so we talked before about this connect to Congress and how he can, from some perspective, try to reach out in the best way, you know, he can. I guess I don't know how else to explain it to you. I'm going to highly recommend y'all that if you want to make a difference, connect. And what I mean with that is connect to Congress, explain there's some issue, explain the need to do some research at the SEC or whatnot, or, again, try to support John Deaton in whatever he's trying to get done here to portray that the XP community feels wronged, because, I mean, that's just bad. All right, then I have a couple of funny articles. Crypto community with an 82% historical accuracy sets Bitcoin price for March 31st. Okay. Yeah, I don't believe any of this. Apparently here they're saying this is a huge community over on CoinMarketCap, I believe. Yeah. And they just vote what they think the price is going to be. They take the median, and that turns out to be $48.14 thousand per Bitcoin. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a fun experiment. Let's see the price at the end of March, because right now I'm thinking absolutely no way. If at the end of March it really is very close to this amount, I owe him an apology. And I owe Finbold, this little website here, an apology. I'm going to go out there, shake their hands if I can, to this guy, Justinas or whatever, for, you know, telling me the truth, the golden key to making a freaking bazillion dollars in like 3 weeks, you know, so my bad then. But as of this point, I'm thinking, well, they're just thinking the price is going to go up by $10,000. It may not. If they've had a 60% accuracy before, I'm just thinking this means absolutely nothing. There's just 80,000 people who voted, and so they're taking the median, which is I guess just like a 50-50 chance either we're going to go up about 10,000 bucks or not. I mean, I don't really know what exactly I can fetch from this because the other estimations are also at the exact same price target over the next couple of months. I'm thinking, but whatever. I think it just showcases the median in this case here. The majority of people are bullish, but overly bullish. And since there's not that many people who are that bearish of saying Bitcoin go to zero when they're using CoinMarketCap, the bias is always towards the upside. But hey, let us see. Then, this is very cool to me. Red Bull ventures into NFTs and the metaverse with trademark filings. Now, guys, before I move on, there's a link down below for Bybit. Did you know that Bybit is the official sponsor of the, I believe, the F1 Red Bull racing team? Now, I'm not exactly sure if they're sponsoring the Red Bull F1 specific team or if they're just partnering with Red Bull for F1 or exactly what the partnership is called, but it's just F1 X Bybit X Red Bull, which is a very big deal, but the exchange is the one I use the most. And so for me, that was also a really nice thing to see. I'm hoping to eventually go to some cool events or something like that because, I like the exchange a lot. Now, having said that, it's also a really big deal for the crypto space. For a lot of these companies to just hop on. I at first wanted to showcase more articles of companies getting into NFTs and metaverse space, but I'm thinking, no, we don't need it. Adidas and all these guys are into it already. We know it. It's nice, but it's not something I want to spend too much time on. It's just a nice step further. Another nice thing, I guess, is seeing SafeMoon, which, oh my days, a lot of you guys in the comment section were scolding me that I was not promoting this or not being excited about this, man. I'm happy I think I actually did buy maybe like $100 worth or so at one point. Still made me money, actually, fun fact. But I never decided to talk about it like that because I literally thought it was a piece of garbage, like a top signal if I ever saw one. But apparently the vice president of operations over there has decided to stop down. Good, Made a difficult but important decision to transition from my formal role with SafeMoon to return to college and complete my degree. I'm extremely proud of all SafeMoon has accomplished, really. And extremely grateful for the opportunity I've played in this unique journey, really. He's proud of what SafeMoon has done. So, remind me, what exactly have they done? Because I can't really name one thing except for being like a pump and dump. Not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean. So, isn't this kind of ironical? Oh, I'm so happy with everything I got done for y'all. Everybody's like, what exactly? He's like, yeah, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy with it. But okay. The past year is one that I won't forget. I wonder how much he made. I kind of wonder. I don't really care about his net worth in that sense, let it be. But I kind of wonder how much money he's made from this. Was it like almost nothing? Was it a ton? I really have no idea. I'm also not sure exactly how his role works in that. Really interesting. And then again, I didn't really know SafeMoon was still a thing. I kind of forgot about everything in that sense. Then again, no hatred towards anybody who likes SafeMoon. You do you, right? I've just been thinking for a little bit. One, I never really understood the notable features of SafeMoon except for pumping and dumping. And two, you got to think about this properly as well, right? If, and this is a very big if, SafeMoon really is the future, why would you leave to go back to college? If you're saying you're quitting crypto like we saw with Phantom and all those things, I can understand because the space is really hard. But if you're saying, you know what, I think college is going to do me better than working on this world-changing product right here that I'm so high up in, I'm a little bit suspicious of that. Then again, that's just my opinion. I may be very much wrong. Maybe he thinks his college degree is worth way more to him. Maybe he's just a principal. Maybe he's made billions of dollars and he's thinking, you know what, I want to do what I love, which is, studying plant biology. Maybe, I can't judge. But I'm just thinking, a little bit suspicious. Now, once more, because I've seen the Phantom situation recently, I'm a little bit less judgy even. Because I'm thinking those guys are also working on like groundbreaking stuff, 25 protocols, and they're leaving the DeFi space purely because they're tired of it. So this guy might as well just know it's the next groundbreaking thing, but he's leaving. But I personally don't think is actually that good. Again, just my opinion though. Crypto shared a question. Any Solana fans out there left? Kind of funny, but whenever I look at Solana, The only thing I'm seeing is people saying funny things about it, or seeing the downtime, for example. Like right here, we're seeing over the last couple of months, I'm going to say that the worst of was over at the end of January. And oh boy, were many people talking about this. It was crazy. But recently, it's been doing rather well, so to speak, right? It's been doing rather well, doing rather good. Can't really say too much negative about it, except when you start looking a little bit deeper. I start to look, for example, at incidents, and you're finding, oh, okay, there's quite a lot of stuff here and there. But and let me put this out there really promptly or obviously, I am a pretty big fan of Solana, and that's mostly for what they're doing, what they're building. And met the team of Solana. I like what they're doing. I like the idea, like the vision, and they're really serious about this. So honestly, guys, if I had to make a choice, I would say, for me, this is not financial advice, get some more Solana as we go down. There might be more down times and whatnot, but at the end of the day, see the longer term vision. Solana is really one that's going to stay for a long time. I'm thinking already here. It's got really great potential. And honestly, I'm thinking there could be a crazy, crazy breakout in the short term here. As whenever I speak to some of these, no, I cannot say, I don't think I can say that. Never mind. Let me just say like this. I honestly expect a couple of really great things for Solana pretty soon, and that's the main reason why I actually am getting more and more into it rather than letting go, because the outages is something definitely negative. I can't say anything good about it. If you can go down, something need to fix. And I asked Solana when I saw them, I'm like, what can I explain to the people as to why you're going down all the time? And they explained to me like, we're working on that as hard as we can, and then I wanted to set something up, and unfortunately it didn't work to kind of get a little bit deeper into the knowledge, but I'll do that pretty shortly here when I see them again. Because I've been thinking for so long, is it worth it? Is it smart? Is it worth it? But I really, really think so because of the price potential. Short term, however, I can't say too much about it. We'll just have to see. In bear market times, it's just not the best, but that's the same thing for almost any crypto out there, so I'm not the judge on that. At the end of the day, though, I am going to be holding my Solana. I do think they'll overcome the majority of hurdles we're talking about right now, and I do think the crypto will do extremely well. And again, this is just my opinion, not financial advice, though. All right, I think we covered every article for right now. It's kind of funny. I had a completely different vision of how I wanted to make this video, but it turned out that the quick decision on the Ripple lawsuit thing just came out. I was like, oh, you know what, I'll cover that real quick. And then again, also the other side of the SEC. I don't even know who exactly was caught scamming, by the way, nor do I really care, because I hope I didn't lose money, but I don't think so. $124 million though, huh? Damn. Yeah. Never mind, I was too curious. So here it says, the SEC today charged siblings John and John Tina Barksdale with defrauding thousands of retail investors out of more than $124 million through two unregistered fraudulent offerings of securities involving a digital token called Ormeus coin. Never heard of this in my life, which is again another fun fact. I cover crypto every single day, and I've done that for like 6 years almost. And still, there's so many things I don't know or have never heard of. A lot of people come back to me and say, man, did you know about this, that back in 2018? I'm thinking, I'm one of the first layers of crypto YouTubers. I definitely covered my fair share of most popular things that I don't know. That's a fun thing here. It's a $120 million scam, and I just didn't know. How could that be? But this is another fun fact. Look at this. So John Barksdale held road shows around the world where he and his sister Tina led the production of social media posts, YouTube videos, press releases, and other promotional materials. Complaint alleges that at the events in the produced materials and the currently on Ormeus Coin's website, the defendants falsely claimed that Ormeus Coin was supported by one of the largest crypto mining operations in the world. You know, guys, I don't know if you've used Telegram before, but I cannot use my Telegram. I get at least 7 to 15, sometimes 40 of these scam crypto mining companies that are trying to promote my channel. And of course, I never reply to them, but it's very freaking annoying. You guys probably don't know. But if I go through my own Telegram right now, I'll see that within the last 3 hours here, I received most likely another 10 of these scam, at least I'm presuming scam type of things. Crypto mining and mining operators and whatnot are not a bad thing. And there's actually a couple of guys that I know from way back in the Netherlands that run some very big mining like warehouses or so, like operations. If I ever were to do a promotional thing, you'd always see like the promotional part right there at the top, or I'd say like it's a partner of the channel. I always make sure you guys know if I'm doing a promotion type of thing. So just so you guys understand, I don't do them. I'm doing like maybe once a month or so, do a small one promotion maybe. I haven't done one in February, for example, but I digress. There's so many of them. And let's say, you got to think about this. Let's say they offer you, I don't know, $1,000 or so for some small YouTuber, or maybe a big one. They offer maybe a BitBoy, for example. They offer $250,000. Who knows how much, right? For just one small little thing. Some people are going to take that bait and just promote whatever the garbage there is, right? Oh, but just understand, let me see right now. So what they usually do is that it's just a one word name. Here, for example, one is called Coinbase. And it asks, hello, I saw your channel on YouTube. Your video is very good. May I ask for business cooperation? And then another one is TRX advertising. I see TRX advertising mining like so often. Hello, nice to meet you. Then we have a con. I think this is also, hello, dear blogger. Company is very interested. Do you have time to talk? And then an Alice. Hey, it's all the same freaking thing. It's all the same thing. Agnes or something like that. All the same message. Hey, we are a cryptocurrency project wants to, and it's all just, I don't know how they get my Telegram either. I don't understand. But that's why I don't use Telegram anymore. Little fun fact, little side note. And I kind of guess, I haven't read the story too fully, but I'm guessing they also had like some fake ass, stupid mining thing. Oh, does that despise me? And I think people fell for it though, partially because it's a very nice money opportunity, and also because it's pretty hard to spot exactly which ones are real and which ones are fake. So let's hope we don't fall for one of these. If I ever talk about one, just know that I'm definitely doing my research properly. Then again, at the end of the day, everything can look good, but you never know with these crypto things. But crypto is so freaking difficult, man. Only